channel. I do hope you're doing well. So, I could barely fit in here, let me tell you that. I have been saying for months and months, I know that I would show you my handbag collection, and what better time than at Christmas time, my lovelies, just in case you want to get someone a gift, someone you know who loves a few handbags. So I thought for today, what we'll do is my designer handbag collection. So as we all know, I am very partial to some Primark ones. Topshop I used to love back in the day. I've got a few Doc Martin ones, but these are what I call my designer ones. So we're going to focus on the main ones that I go to, which down the bottom you can't see, you're going to see in a minute in the little pan over. We've got Tote Bag. Then we have Michael Kors, Dkny and Vivian Westwood. So what I will do is I will do them by designer. So as I say, if you know anyone out there who loves Michael Kors, Tote Bag, anything at all, I will speak about a few other brands as we get into the video as well. But for now, these are my main ones. And I'm going to put it out there, all right, before anyone starts commenting. I am not bragging, showing off anything at all. This is a handbag collection that I have been collecting basically from 18. So 8 years, and as I say, I actually haven't bought a bag for 2 or 3 years, I'm going to say. There's a couple down there that I've actually got in sales and at outlets, but I haven't paid an extortionate amount, for example, for years and years. When I do this as well, I can't remember the price of every single bag, my lovely. So what I will do is I know roughly the bracket that, say, for example, that designer falls in. So I think that's what we're going to go for. So as I say, please do not think I'm bragging. A lot of these you may not be able to get anymore, which is, I know, very frustrating because they are, as I say, some are 8 years old. If I do manage to find any online or any ones that are similar, I will leave the links down below. Or if not, I'll just leave direct links to the designers down in the comments box below, alright? So, hope you're comfy, my lovelies, because I'm going to try not to ramble on for this because, as we all know, there's a lot here, isn't there? Let's get into the pan over and then let's get into our handbag collection of 2021. Right, don't quite know where to start, to be perfectly honest. I think I'm going to start with this section because then I can kind of create a bit of space and then you'll be able to see us a bit more. So I think that Dkny have been going around for donkey's years. As I say, Dkny was the first designer handbag that I bought personally, and I was trying to think as I was doing the pan over. I think I've been collecting actually since I was about 16 because I got one of these when I started college. I'd been saving my money. I wanted a nice new little bag. So I've actually been collecting them for 10 years. So a decade. A decade's worth of handbags, my lovely. So, oh my God. You see the pasting table shaking? I do not want this to drop. Let me just tell you that. So the very, very first designer handbag that I purchased, as I say, I just started college, was from House of Fraser. Now, if you remember this, you probably remember the classic style. So, this was the Dkny tote scarf bag. So, a lot of people got these in the black, but I actually got mine in the nude. Comes with the classic scarf. That was the main reason I got that bag, because everyone had one of the scarves and I absolutely loved it. I do as well with the majority of my bags always get the matching purses, unless it's too small and it doesn't need a purse. So for example, for this one, let's get her at, this was the standard little purse that went with her. So for Dkny, right, if you go to the outlets, you can probably pick DKNY up bags for about, starting from about 50 quid, I'd say. They can go up to, I think the most expensive DKNY bag that I've seen has been about £600. And I'm talking like proper bougie for DKNY, alright? The majority of these, as I say, the larger bags I think were around, I'm going to say 160 to 200. The medium-sized ones were approximately, what were they? I think about 100 to 150. And then the baby ones you'll pay around 60 to 100 depending on the style. But yeah, this is the very first designer bag that I purchased, and as I say, it was the scarf, everything in it I just absolutely loved. Now I don't quite know where I'm going to put these as I go. Let's just well, that didn't go to plan, did it? Right, let me be right back, my lovelies. It's a disaster already, ain't it? Right, I've managed to wedge in a little bit more. Let's hope the table doesn't collapse on us, all right? So that was the first bag that I picked up. And then there was another style that come out, and I thought, you know what, if I've got the cream, I would need a plain one. So I thought I'll get a black one. You will notice with my bags as well, I go for quite a lot of different shapes and styles. So we have our classics, which are like the square, the rectangle, the crossbody. Viv, she's got a particular style that I really like, which you'll see. But I like to go for quite a mixture of colours. So I do like quite out there colours. So let's just pop her there. So the next bag that I actually picked up, my lovelies, was this black one, which was very similar to the one with the scarf. In the essence, it has the crocodile effect and then still the material print. But this one I quite liked because where that one was an over-the-shoulder like tote bag, this was more of what I call like a grown-up bag. It had a handle. I could wear it under my wrist if I wanted to. And this is what this looks like. Now this one, the straps are a tad flimsy. Like you can see they fall about. But that's good because say for example, if you do want to wear it under, it's got that flexibility, or if you want to hold it down under your wrist, whatever you like. With this one, the accessories on it are gold. So as we know, I'm a little bit humming and hawing with gold and silver. And then for this one, I had the larger purse in that, but I went with, that's great, ain't it? Dropping it already. I went with the smaller one, and this one, instead of being a flap over, is just a zip purse. As I say, the purses for DKNY I think are around £60 to £100 depending on the size that you get. DKNY you can still get at the outlets. You can get in the majority of department stores like House of Fraser, John Lewis, and also you have their standalone shops. But I think DKNY, as I say, for being one of the first brands that I bought 10 years ago, that's still about. They are still about, and I don't think you can go wrong with them. And as I say, I do like different textures, styles, everything like that. So yes, that was the second purchase. And as I say, I think this one was around, what did I say? I think 150 to 200. I'm not entirely sure. As I say, I am going back 10 years, my lovelies, and my memory's not quite great. I wish I'd have kept all the receipts with them. That would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? But yes, so that is kind of like a daytime bag that you can dress up for evening. Whereas I think the first one was more of a daytime bag. Right. 1, 2, 3. I just really don't want this table to break on me. And then, so a few years passed and DKNY kind of moved away from doing the material tote bags. They moved on to something, I can't even put any pressure on this, but we all know how much I love a bit of snake print, don't I? And like a croc effect. So when I saw this, I remember Mama G said to me, you are crazy to get a white bag. But I thought, I've got cream, I've got black, white is like the middle ground, and it's a slightly different style. So the first one was kind of like a boat shape, isn't it, a tote? And then I had the rectangular flap over one. But the next baby to join the collection had the return of the scarf. So with the black one, we didn't have the scarf. And this one, this is probably still one of my favourite bags to date. The handle, I'm not going to lie, you'll see as I bring it closer, the handle is a little battered. It's a little bit worn on the top. As I say, I've had this about 10 years, this one. Oh my God, love it. It is a white crocodile effect. And then of course you've got the scarf. Again, a long enough strap that if you do want to have it under your arm, that's absolutely fine. Or how I normally have them, you know, like in the crease of your elbow. With this one, the purse that we went for, was it a... Yes, so I went for a long one on this, but it's a long zip. So I do also like to try and alternate my purses that I purchase. So the first one was a long flap over. The second one was the short zip. And then I got the long zip one. And as I say, you're probably thinking, Shannon Lee, what do you keep getting out? But I love the cream interior. I have got every single dust bag still for these bags and for the purses, which is probably very OCD. And when they used to be in my cupboards, I actually used to have the bags as well inside their dust bags, but then I couldn't see them. So I was forever taking them out of the bags to see what they are. So now I just keep my dust bags inside the bag. But honestly, if you make any nice purchases, my lovelies, and you get the dust bags, keep them. They are such a lifesaver, especially if you're traveling. So if you're going somewhere and say it's going in the back of the car and you don't want it getting battered, the dust bag, I don't care if my dust bags get dirty because it keeps the main product itself. But I love this. The only downside to this, which I think they've developed nowadays, the top of it, it just has the pouch in the middle. So if we show you that, it doesn't have like a clasp or anything. You see, my lovelies, it's literally just a little pouch in the middle and then it's open. So this for me is my perfect summer bag. Oh, there's a few others, but this I would say is my perfect summer neutral bag. So if I've got like a bright jazzy outfit and I need a classic little bag, this is the one I go for. Not that it's little. You can get a lot of stuff in this, my lovelies. So yes, DKNY. A lot of the DKNYs, as I say, I purchased over the span of about, I'm going to say 5 years, because DKNY and Ted Baker, which Ted Baker will probably get to last because can't quite reach that. Ted Baker and DKNY were kind of like my first two that I just flitted between and saw which styles I liked. And then I moved on to Mr. MK. You might know him, we'll get onto him later. But fast forward a few years and DKNY started to come out with colours. Now DKNY was always known for just like the blacks, the neutrals and the whites. When they brought colour, that was it. We all know I love a bit of colour. Majority of my outfits I look like I've been paintballing in, but I just love colour. And I think it's good to have a selection of bags, whether they be neutral and colourful. So say for example, you have a plain outfit, whack on a bright colour bag. You got a jazzy outfit, whack on a neutral bag. And I like different styles. So I think the next one that I purchased was this one. So they started to move away from the leather and the material straps and kind of go into more the rope detail. So kind of like the black style with the length of it, but I went for this gorgeous pink, I think they call it Saffiana leather tote. I think that's what it's called. And then you have your little DKNY satchel sticker there. But as I say, it is a gorgeous colour. You've got the zip there. But if you look at the straps, they've gone for a leather holding. Oh, making a right pig's ear with this. But then the straps are the leather inside with like kind of rope entwining. So they did move away from just like the leather straps, which I think makes it look a lot more classier and it's a lot more durable and structurable because, as I say, you've got like the rope style in there with the metal and also the leather. And then my little bag in here, oh my god, look at this. So whenever I last used it, I must have been to a chippy because I got a little salt packet in there. You know what, I love going through my bag sometimes because I'll go in and I'll find money and I'm like, oh, didn't mind this if I do. And then, yes, so this one, I got a long, this one's a little bit battered. I've got a few marks on this. Oopsie. As I say, they are well loved. As much as I do try and look after them, they are slightly well loved. But I got a long zip style leather one. And as I say, when we open it up, you've got your card compartments and your coins and money. But also, if it depends what style you like, I always like to go more for a larger purse for the larger bag because I also like to use them as clutches. But I think they're great if you just want to pop out, grab your purse and you're good to go. But yes, I need to give that a little clean. Shannon Lee, a little bit messy. It looks like I've got chocolate on it. which if I was at a chippy the last time that I had it, I probably did partake in a bit of chocolate, let's be honest. So yes, as I say, they started to then move into a more smoother leather as opposed to the croc effect leather of the ones I previously had. Incoming! Whee! Then we started to go on to the mini bags. Oh my god, my lovelies, the mini bags. Let me just try and edge in a little bit closer. Absolutely love them. So, what was my, I think this was my next one. Yes, summer colour. So DKNY I kind of gravitate to for the spring and summer bags. And then Vivian is kind of my autumnal winter bags because of the styles and colours. So we still have the rope style, my lovely. We still have, but it's a longer strap. So we've got the leather detailing strap there. And then as you see there, the strap is like the rope detail. But we've gone for a very different style. So this is kind of a little crossbody shoulder bag, which with the strap, you can have it like that. So you can have it as a little strap, or you can put it up and have it as a little elbow bag, normal bag. I don't quite know what you call it, but I love this because this was the first one that I'd bought kind of with the intention of being a shoulder bag. So as I say, there we go. And if you've watched my latest Vlogmases, there was my Vivian one, which I haven't actually got because I've left it around Brandon's, but I've got a Vivian Westwood shoulder bag, and it was so practical for winter wonderland, the Christmas markets. I do find when I go out, I do tend to take a lot of rubbish, let's just say, but when I just need to go out and literally have cards, perfume, bit of lip gloss, I'm good to go. When I don't need to take like my big car keys, I'm fine. Absolutely love this. And as I say, I think again it's like the Saffiana leather, but this one is almost like a coral colour. So as I say, we're trying to like switch it up with the colours. And this was a new little style of a purse. So it's the little baby one, of which you open up and you have your coin section. But this one actually has like a popper stud for where you would put your cards in. So I was quite intrigued by that, and even now, always love to have it. And as I say, with next summer coming in, I'm definitely going to start to be getting this style out a lot more. As I say, I've used the Viv one through autumn and winter and I've absolutely loved it. But I do believe you can still get styles similar to this, my lovely. So as I say, if I do find any of which I can find similar ones in, then by all means I will be linking them down below for you. Because as I say, not everyone likes a huge bag, not everyone likes a little bag, not everyone loves bright colours. There is something for everyone and anyone, and I think if someone is, say, firstly starting off with handbags, DKNY and Ted Baker to me are the kind of go-tos because they've been around for donkey's years. I mean, we're talking decades. And then when they kind of find their footing or find their style, you can maybe see like Michael Kors might be something they'd like, and then I class like Vivian Westwood as my designer. So I'm not one yet to have Chanel, YSL, Gucci, all of that. They've never really appealed to me, apart from one, which, as I say, I'm not going to say too much about it because it's something that I've seen since I was about 16 years old, and if I manage to earn a little bit of money over the Christmas period, I think that that will be my treat to myself in April, but who knows. So as I say, Vivian, she's the largest of the collection, and she's my baby. She holds a lot of special places with me because it was the first proper bag Nana G bought me, and yeah, we'll talk about Viv later. Let's focus on DKNY, my darling. So the next one that was purchased, I think it's got to be this. I think I bought this and that around the similar time. So we're going to kick it up a notch, all right? Look. We've changed the colour and we have changed the style completely. This really gives me like 1920s vibes. Like I can imagine Nana G's mum with something like this. I don't know the style for it. If there are any handbag experts out there, please let me know. But I just think of it like 1920s style. So it's kind of like, oh, is it a dome bag? Is it a dome bag? I think it could be that, but if not, let me know. So I saw this and oh my God, I just love the colour. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It's also, let me undo it. where is my purse? It also has a detachable strap. So as I say, I started to get into the phase of liking shoulder bags. So you can have this as a little handbag, or you have the strap. But the strap with this one, they went back to the original leather. So where the other one, it was the leather and the rope detailing, they went back to the leather. And this, the exact same purse as the coral one. Pop it open for your cards, and then the little zip. Oh, there we go, for your change. This, I think, started my love for kind of like the mini bags. And then we just went minier and minier, didn't we? So as I say, this one, I think the majority of my DKNY bags, actually, I think I purchased in House of Fraser. I'm sure they did, because House of Fraser used to have a huge section. Oh, my zip's a little bit slow on this one. I might get some WD-40 on it. But yes, again, now that these are out for spring and summer upcoming, oh my god, I cannot wait to be getting these out and actually putting the straps on, because now, unless I'm going out for a dinner, I don't really like to have a handbag or holder bag. I like to just have it attached to me. That's why I went through the phase of loving backpacks and that, because it's so like out of the way, I ain't got to deal with it. So yes, that was the next one, which, as I say, took a turn for the shape. And then, oh my god, we stuck to the green theme, but we just went mini. This is probably my most autumnal winter DKNY bag. So this little baby, I think, was about £100 in House of Fraser. But as I say, prices fluctuate. I'm not entirely sure if you still do this style now. But this is what they called, I think, the mini barrel bag. They went back. I don't know if it's picking up. It's not exactly a crocodile effect, and it's not the Saffiana leather, I'm sure. This one is like a speckled one, but I just loved the colour. The emerald green was absolutely divine. This one, I don't have a purse for because it's absolutely tiny, but I do have the option, again, of putting the strap on it, of which is a leather strap. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I mean, oh, this one, however, I don't put the strap on. I do like this as the little mini bag, and it actually matches a colouring of a coat that I've got. I do try to tend to match bags to coats, which is probably a bit OCD, ain't it? But hey ho, we're going to go with it. So yes, this from the back of like when I had the previous green one, I thought, well, I've got to get like a winter one, ain't I? This is the most autumnal and winter one. But if you remember the haul from when all the shops open and me and Mama G went on our outlet spree, I picked this up, and this was supposed to be £180, and I got it for 40 quid. And this I picked up, I think, at Bicester Outlet. And again, it is the shape and styling of the green one. So we've got that little dome effect. But then this one, we have the leather strap and then silver rope detail, which I absolutely love. This one, did I get perhaps a card holder, I think, with it? Yes, I just got a little card holder with this one simply. And again, this was £60 and I think it was like £20 in the outlet. So, absolutely love that. And again, this is going to be a firm favourite, but this one I can do all year round because it's like the snake print. We all know I'm not afraid of a bit of colour. Let's say colour, print, patchwork, anything like that, my lovelies. So yeah, this is probably another all-round one, whereas the majority of them are summer. Could the classics be all year round? Yeah, like, I mean, like the cream and the black, definitely. White, I would stick more for spring and summer. But yes, a new little baby, and as I say, still got the tags on, so she will be well and truly loved next year. Well, would you look at that? We're one designer down, my lovelies. Make sure you come back for, there's going to be quite a lot of parts. I was going to say come back for part 2, but I think there's going to be part 2, part 3, part 4. Who knows? But as I say, go and get a refill and let's get back on because we've got some great ones still to come. Oh my god, that was a palaver. I've just knocked all the Tote Bags at the front. Thank goodness you can't see it anyway. Right, the next designer I think I'm going to go on to, my lovelies, is Michael Kors, which I only have 4, but the 4 that I do have are very out there, very me. You'll see when we let's have a look into them. But Michael Kors is slightly a bit more higher end. So I have a mini bag that I think was in the region of about 160, I'm going to say. And then the larger bags can be anything from about 180 up to about £300 if I remember correctly. So let's start with the newest purchase out of them, but it's probably one of my favourites. So we went for the mini bag again, my lovelies. Oh my god, they're just so cute. So we have the DKNY mini green one, but if we've got green, I need to have a little classic neutral, don't I? This is absolutely adorable. We all know my love for mini bags. I mean, if you see my Primark hauls, and if you saw the In the Style, or I saw it first, way back in the day, one of my very first channels, one of my very first videos on the channel was I got a tiny one that you could literally only put a tub of Vaseline in. Not like a huge tub, you know, the lip tubs? Yeah. I absolutely love this. And again, I have the option of putting the strap on it. It is, once again, just a plain grey leather strap to match the bag. But I think it is good to have like a versatility in your handbag collection, because you never know what you're going to want. This is perfect for date nights. Literally, if I'm not driving and all I need is my card, lipstick, bit of perfume and a mirror, this is the baby to go to, because I could be wearing a bright coloured dress outfit. This is going to go. But I love it as well because, oh, it's all silver. So everything is outlined silver. As I say, there are a few of my bags which have some gold detailing on, but we all know I am a bit more of a silver girl, ain't I? The second newest, and probably I would say one of my most out there bags. I don't have anything style wise like this. This is like one of a kind. Now I think they call this a bucket bag. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is a bucket bag because it's one, you can't really tell because it's a little bit deflated. I don't have a purse with this one, do I? No. This one is just on its own, but I'm sure it's a bucket bag because it is, when it's all filled, it's circular. So as I say, this one does have gold detailing in. You can loosen the straps or pull it in as tight, and it's a nice little shoulder bag. There is a strap with this, but I don't think I would make it any longer because it's quite a bulky bag if you then wanted to put another strap on top of this. This one is well and truly loved. Like, she's got a few little marks on the back. And as I say, I'm not saying that all of my bags are absolutely pristine. I do use them, but I am careful when I use them. But unfortunately, I think I wore this with a new blazer, and it was a black blazer, and I think a little bit of the dye just rubbed off. But you know what? It's inside. Like, I'm not going to be having it out like that. I will, of course, have it out like that, so you won't know. And it's all like part of wear and tear, ain't it, my lovely? So yes, this one I think was the most expensive out of all of them. I think this one was near enough £300, just purely because of the style and the leather, I think. So this one is almost very similar to the Saffiana leather, but it does feel quite a lot thicker. A very nice durable one. And as I say, you can tell the difference. Where we're going to put you? Let's put you there, shall we? You can tell the difference between the DKNY leather to the Michael Kors. It is of a higher standard, but you would expect that for like you're paying a bit more of the price. Now, I always, as I say, it was DKNY and Ted Baker, and I've got a few little Ted Baker ones down there. When I first saw Michael Kors and got into it, I think I was about, how old was I? I was quite late. I think I was about 20, 21. I was in work, I know that. And again, House of Fraser. The majority of my bags I do get from House of Fraser. I just think they have the best selection in there and the best mix of like designers. And they always seem to have a little bit of a sale on, which helps. I was looking for a new designer to get into. So by 21, I had DKNY, Ted Baker, and I dabbled in a bit of Viv. Everyone I knew was getting this style bag, but everyone was getting it in the black. We all know I'm not bad just following the crowd and getting the plain Jane. I did like the bag, but it was pricey, and I was like, I'm not paying that for that, because the style is very similar to the DKNY bags I've got. And then House of Fraser sent me an email, and they had a 40% off sale for August bank holiday. I remember this because I said to Mum, shoot down to our nearest House of Fraser, please, see if they've got them. If they have, pick them up. And that's like my kind of my summer present to me, because I used to work in retail, and I'm not going to lie, back in the day, commission was good. So I treated myself to these two bags for like a good little sales period. Oh my god, you can see the colour of one of them just popping out, and would you expect anything less? So I don't know the names of these. I think I'm just going to call them the tote bags, and I think the chain tote bag. But the first one, they were bought together, but this was the main style everyone used to have. But I know a lot of people just used to get it in the black, or the brown was very popular. Not me, I went for the sunshine yellow, didn't I? This is what I would call the classic Michael Kors tote bag. And as I say, I'm sure you can get a very similar style even nowadays. I'll leave it down below if I can find it, my lovies. The only criticism I have with this bag, because I'm not going to sit here and say every bag is perfect. I mean, of course I love every single bag I've bought them, but some do have their downfalls. And if you are looking to invest in it, I want to be transparent with you, all right? The straps are a little flimsy, so you can see even from here, even though they are a leather strap, there's not much like substance to them. So this used to be my bag when I had my laptop or my iPad and that. And then when I got my big hard drive, oh my God, I put it in one day with everything else, picked up the strap, and I literally thought the strap was going to break off on my arm. So I was like, no, this is fine if, say, you're going out, I don't know, you might be going to a beach or a picnic. You just want to put like a little towel rolled up. Anything that's light, I would say, for this bag. I wouldn't recommend jam packing this, because the straps, I do feel they could be perfectly fine, but for me personally, I wouldn't trust the straps. Like, I don't want to tempt that fate, you know. So as I say, it is the classic tote bag. I got mine in a sunshine yellow, and I don't know if it's going to pick up. Can you see the leather? It's not ribbed, but it's almost like crisscross design. And then you open it up, you've got your classic zip. This one has gold detailing, which, not going to lie, I was a bit, and the other one has gold detailing, but I don't really think Michael Kors does anything. Oh, look at that, I've got another one inside. So, nothing to do with this bag, I've clearly just stored it, but this I think they call a wristlet. This is about 60 to 80 pounds, I think, and I'm sure you can still get these. These are great, it's just like a little clutch, just for a night out. Oh, didn't realise that I'd stuffed that in there, so that's great. And then the purse for this one, my lovelies, a bit like the Dkny, the long one, just the little leather style. And then when you open it up, keep hoping I'm going to open it and find some money in there, but clearly not. That is the style. Michael Kors purses, I think they vary about 100 to 160, I'm going to say, depending on the style, material, if you go for full leather or material, anything like that. Again, this one has a few little marks. I have clearly been loving these. These used to be my go-to summer bags. This summer, what did I gravitate towards this summer? I'm not going to lie, I didn't really use much else apart from that big Primark bag. You know, the one that's like the black, white, the print, £10? That was pretty much what I used all summer. So I need to start getting these out next year. But yeah, I've just got a few little marks on the back. Again, I think I had like maybe a jacket or something rubbed against it. But it's well loved, and as I say, that was when I said to Mum that was the one I wanted, she was like, in that colour? I was like, yes, in that colour, Mother, like, come on. And then I do love this one. So this one is gold accessories again, but I don't have anything I feel like this. So it's a rectangular style, kind of like the pink Dkny one, but very, very different. So this is what I'm going to say is their classic padlock tote bag. So everyone that I know always went for either this style or the tote bag. But again, it was in the more basic colours. I didn't want to go basic. Didn't want to go basic. So the only thing I don't like about this, I've got another little mark on there. ShannonLeighxx, what was I doing when I used these? Probably going somewhere and stuffing my face, to be perfectly honest. Michael Kors is a lot of gold accessories. The only one that has the silver accessories is the mini one, but the majority of the larger bags, unless it's changed now, as I say, I'm going back a few years, he decorated mainly with gold accessories. So, love this one, because as I say, it is the perfect like handbag style, but you do have a strap. So if you do want to, oh, let's pull that around there. So say for example, the straps, the little handles will go down, and then you could have it as a shoulder bag if you wanted to. I tend to personally just hold it like this and then just have the strap dangling. You can, is the strap detachable? No. So if, say for example, you got a bag and you didn't like the look of it with the strap on, you can always tuck it in. and then it just looks like a little bit of a detailing. All right, it has a clasp inside, and then once again the exact same with the purse. I love this, and as I say, I always resonate Michael Kors with my summer bags, just purely because I think the colours. What am I talking about? Ah! Making a right pig's ear, ain't I? Making a right pig's ear, ain't I? Michael Kors and Dkny, I think, are my summer bags, because the other two are quite dark. But you know what? You could use this all round. I would still rock this out in autumn if I had plain outfit, but maybe I had some blue trainers on. Rock it with this. I tend, as I've said before, to match my bags to my coats, but I do like to match my bags to my shoes as well. A little bit of an OCD problem, I know, but oh, I just love it. And as I say, this is probably, would I say it's in my top 5 of my handbags? I think so. I just love the style of it. It's a good size. I can put a decent bit in it. The purse is a great size. There's pockets inside. Have it as a handbag. Have it as a shoulder bag. You cannot go wrong. And as I say, she's very, very versatile and very robust. Right, let's see if I can wedge forward a bit, my lovelies, and then we can go in with one of my very first designers as well, moving on to Ted Baker. Right, so Ted Baker, I have got another bag, but I have no idea where it is. It's kind of a similar style to the very first Dkny cream bag, and again it's cream and black, but it's a leather style, and I cannot find it anywhere. I don't know if I've put it in one of my other boxes anywhere. I'm not entirely sure, so apologies for that, my lovelies. But the majority of Ted Baker bags that I used to go for was the Perspex ones, I think that's called, the hardened plastic. I have had many over the years, and they've lasted about, I'm going to say 12 to 18 months. But I will say for now, so back in the day you used to get really thick, almost plastic it was, and you would get the ones with the big bows on. That was standard. I still do have a little one, which is one of my favourite bags for the Christmas period if it's dry, because it doesn't have a lid or anything like that on it. But Ted Baker used to be great for doing themed bags of certain seasons, and this I've probably had for, what am I now? I'm going to say I've had that about 6 years, and I'm very selective when I use that because they don't do it anymore, and I absolutely love it. I just think it's perfect. It was a Swan Lake edition, and because I couldn't get a purse with this one, what I did get was the little makeup cosmetics bag. So that is another thing that I've learned as well. So some of the pouches that you will see were from bags, just checking there's no money in there. But the bags over time have either split or they're just not usable anymore. I had a larger version of this as well, and I used it to death. And then what happens is where the straps are they sewn in? Yeah, it will just like start to slowly peel, let's just say, and then before you know it, your strap is literally hanging off. But it doesn't mean that I have to get rid of the gift bag, and then I've got a nice little cosmetics toiletry bag if I want to. Which brings me on to this. So these style and shape bags used to be about £25, I think, and a large one was £35. I think now a small one is £30 and a large one is £40. However, it might just be me, ow, it might just be me, but I don't think the plastic bags nowadays are as durable as the old ones. Let me know if you had an old one or you've got a new one and you can compare the difference, because I just think when I try the new ones, the straps are so flimsy, and it's so annoying because they have so many nice styles, and as I say, they are more of the affordable section, but I don't want to be paying 40-50 quid for a bag that if I put as much in as I put into my Primark one, the handles are going to break on me. So yeah, I have kind of strayed a bit from Ted Baker in terms of these bags, but I've learned to love Ted Baker for some other styles. So yes, that was the first one. And as I say, the gift bags or the little cosmetics wash bag, the small one again I think used to be about £20, and then the large one was around the £30 mark, I think. And again, this was from a bag. I had the larger bag of this but I used it to death and the straps failed on me. So I thought, you know what, keep this. And again, people might think, Shan, these are so practical, right? So again, obviously they're a cosmetics bag. So if you're going away, a toiletries bag, anything like that, I still use these as a clutch. If you're going on a night out, you just put it under your arm. Okay, you can't move your arm, but you can hold it at the top. I think that's so versatile, and it's a good way, I think, of, say for example, if they want to try like a clutch style, but you don't want to pay a fortune, but you don't want to pay like an extortionate amount of money, get like a wash bag, because they serve the same purpose. And as I say, many a times Mama G has actually taken my little wash bags as a little bag if she's popping out for the night, and yeah, cannot go wrong. As I say, I do tend to go more for like the clutch styles with Ted Baker. This one you would have seen we picked up at Ashford outlet. So again, it's kind of like the Black Michael Kors wristlet, but this one is the plasticky material again. I don't mind getting the plastic material if it's in like this little style, and it is simply just an envelope clutch, but I'm sure they call it like a wristlet, because this one you get the little bit to go around your wrist. I'm sure that is it. And I loved this because of the print. It's like a parakeet one. You've got all your flowers on there. It was just very tropical vibes, and I love that. And as I say, have it under your arm, hold it from the bottom, put it around your wrist. That's so versatile, my lovelies. And I think that one in the outlet was about £20 down from 40, so about half price. And this one, I think Dada got me this when I was about 18, 19. This was one of my very first ones because I got an iPad. It's actually an iPad case. But guess what? Your girl uses it as a little clutch bag, as always. And with Ted Baker, again, the majority of accessoring and little detailing is in gold. So this one is simply just a clasp. And then you open it up, and I love this because it is the classic, is that going to show up? The classic bulldog print inside, which we all know is Ted Baker's famous little sign. Any money in there? No, girl's just wishing. But I might actually start to get this back out now to put my laptop and bits in. Laptop, iPad. Actually, could I get my... No, laptop won't fit in that. But you can get really nice laptop bags, actually, and iPad cases. But as I say, iPad cases, you can use as a clutch, my lovelies. I mean, look, who would know? Who would know if you went out like that with a clutch, it's actually an iPad case, eh? I certainly wouldn't. And this is the most expensive bag I have out of Ted Baker, and the purpose of this, I did actually get in a sale again at House of Fraser. Dada bought me a coat many, many years ago, and I always, as I say, like to match my bags and coats or bags and shoes. And I saw this, and I think it was supposed to be about £260, and it was down to, was it 150? Something like that. Like, it was ridiculous money. So I thought, you know what, it was a Christmas present. I was like, Dada, you know you got me the coat last year? I've seen a matching bag. So this one is a leather one. So this isn't plastic, this is the proper leather. And it's almost like, I'm going to call it like an elephant's wrinkle grain. You're probably thinking, Shannon Lee, the most weirdest way to describe it. But it's not a smooth leather, it's not a ribbed leather. But when I look at it, I think of like an elephant skin. You know, where it's just like the little lines and that. And then in this one, did I have a purse? Oh, yes. But this one, oh my God, I love this. So this is so, so cute. And I think you can pick these up for about £40 to £50. They are Ted Baker's version of a card holder. So, I mean, first of all, how diddy is that? Absolutely delicious. Delicious? I'm talking about my bags like that food. Shannon Lee. You've got a little card pouch at the back there, and then you open it up and you've got enough for a couple of cards and your coins. And you know what? I think I got the smaller purse on this because when you open it, it's a very rigid bag, and I didn't want to get a huge purse that you can't open out because obviously where it's quite robust, you've only got a little bit of movement to be getting your bits and bobs out. And the zip on this one, I think, also needs a bit WD-40. Jeez Louise. Need to start getting these out, don't I? This, again, I think could be an all year round bag. Probably swaying more towards like autumn and winter because it matches the coat. But I just think the colouring of it is very nice for the colder months, you know. So yes, that is probably my most adult purchase out of Tote Bag. And then my lovelies, let me get comfy because the table is a rocking, which is making me very, very worried. And let's get in with the largest of my collection, but also, as I say, my most memorable and my most dearest, and that is Vivian Westwood. Right, you can see a little one chilling there. Vivian Westwood, where do I even begin? Nana G got me my first Vivian Westwood bag when I was 18 years old. It was a big birthday, and my cousin, I think she had money for driving lessons or something like that when she was 18. And she said to me, what do you want? And I'd been eyeing this up in Choice. Now Choice was way out of any budget at all that I could ever afford. I was in college at the time. I was like, I can't afford anything in there. But I did keep saying that for my 18th and like my 16th and 21st, I want to get presents that I can look back and remember that. So me, Mama G and Nana G went shopping, and Nan said, right, this is your limit. Go and get what you want. And I was very fortunate for the limit that I was given. As I say, my cousin had driving lessons. I'd already started driving by then. So I didn't need that. And I knew as soon as I saw what the limit was, I was like, I'm buying that bag and purse. And I don't want to get emotional. Even now, here I am. How old? Oh God, I've lost how old I am. 8 years later. And I still have such excitement when I see this bag. I have such an emotional attachment to this bag. Why am I getting upset over a bag? Shannon Lee. It was a lot of money, and I was ever so grateful for it. Like, as I say, when you watch this, please don't think I'm bragging or anything like that. All of my bags, majority I've got in sales. If not, I've worked my blooming butt off to get, and some have been presents, and as I say, the main one was a present from my nan. And I just, every time I look at it, I remember that day. I go back to being 18 years old, walking into that store, and like, you know when you feel you're not worthy of something, and we picked it and Nan loved it. She was like, great choice. And oh my God, I wear that bag with so much pride when I go out, because I don't think you can get it anymore. You can get the style of it, but you can't get like that exact print and everything like that. So when I see that and I wear that and people say, oh my God, I love your bag, and I'm like, thank you. And then I say, and they might say, oh, where'd you get it? And I say, oh, it's quite a few years old, but like, you can still get the shape if that's what you like, but I don't know about the styling. So before I get emotional and sit here and cry about a handbag, the one that means the most to me, if someone said to me, you've got to get rid of every single bag and keep one, hands down, I would keep this one. So this was pricey. You will know with Vivian Westwood, her bags can range anything from around, I'm going to say 120 to 150, all the way up to the thousands. Like, she's got a few bags on there at the moment and they're topping almost 2,000. This bag was £500, and her purses, depending on the size, are around 120 to 180. So this is what they call the Yasmin Style Bag, I believe, because it's kind of like a domey shape. I don't know, you would think, being her favourite, like a little designer, that I would know the proper names, but I don't. But I know Yasmin does come to mind, so I think this is the Yasmin one. This is the large Yasmin, and it is in the snake print, as we can all see. I just absolutely love this. You can tell just by when you compare it to the other bags, the sheer size of this. And the handles on this are so rigid that I don't feel like if I pack this out, it's going to drop on me. It is so rigid, so well structured. As I say, the sides dip in, but when you have that filled in, it puffs out. It's everything. All the detailing, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but even down to like the studs, they have a little emblem in, And then when you open it up, it's got a little zip running through the middle. It's a very, very large bag inside, and I think it's going to pick up there. Can you see it's got the classic black and white humbug striping in there, my lovelies? Absolutely love it. You've got her clasp, and as I say, here we go. I told you I keep even the bags in their boxes and dust bags. We have the purse, which is a large flap over, so it matches. Lift it up, you've got your cards section, more cards and some coins. The majority of Viv does accessorize with gold, but you know what, I don't quite mind it because I think it goes well with her styling, so yes. Oh, let's have a look. This one was actually £110 back in the day. I've even still got the sticker. It's very, very faded, but I think like with price inflation, I think they're around, can top about 180 now. But as I say, this, and I think as soon as like I had it and I started using it, that was when Mama G, like, she knew, okay, this is going to be the design of her. Because I think Nan bought me that for my birthday when I was 18 in May. And then I think for Christmas, I'd asked for like the jewellery set, and I was just obsessed with that. Like, we was going to London, I was trying to find her shops in the King's Road. I think she had one in Covent Garden. When we went up to see Nana M in Newcastle, there's a Vivian Westwood shop out in Newcastle Weldon Square area. I just become obsessed, and as I say, it's been 8 years now and I'm still just in love with that bag. Not because of the memories, obviously the memories are fabulous, but that is the one that I've predominantly carried on to purchase. And as I say, not just the bags, her clothing, her footwear, her jewellery, like that. If someone said to me, name one designer you can buy for the rest of your life, Vivian Westwood, hands down. Absolutely love it. But as I say, yes, this is my baby. This is my one that I only bring her out now on special occasions because I used to use her all the time. And I don't want her to get ruined. She says as she just notices a little bit of a thread coming off. But I don't want to ruin this one because this is one that I want to keep forever. So then I can look, and I've always got a memory of Nana G. And Shannon Lee, you need to pull yourself together, okay? It's a handbag. Nan wanted you to have it. Yes, but that is my handbag of my life. Even the one if I buy in March, it will be great because it'll be a pat on the back to me, but it will not have the value that this holds to me. That bag could be 10 times the price, and I don't care. This is the one that means the most to me, so yes. Would give it a proper kiss, but I've got lipstick on. So, she says that she almost loses her grip. Nana G is playing havoc on me. So, you will notice with Viv, I've got a lot of like her croc effect ones, but then she kind of went more material, more leather, and there was a few styles. So, let's go on. So, this again was another purchase of mine. All of the other Viv bags I purchased myself, but she went through a style of doing quirky shapes. A love heart one. Of course, if they had a heart, I had to buy it. And you'll notice her orb has changed slightly along the way. So this one she went for was a, I think it's called Chancery Red Love Heart. But the orb is huge. And it's not in the gold plated. It's kind of like a gold, not plastic. It's kind of, what would you say that is? Like perspex. It's very, very nice. I absolutely love that. And as I say, the style and the shape, I just had to have it. You can get the strap, again, that is detachable. The majority of the purses, my lovelies, are all the same. So as I say, for the bigger bags, I just went for the classic styling bag. I think there's one where I've got a little one, but majority of them are all the same. So I probably won't show you the purses for every single one because you get the gist, all right? But yes, Vivian Westwood, she is known for like her quirky little shapes and styles. So heart one, absolutely love that. And as I say, love the croc effect. We all know I love a bit of croc, don't we? This is Mama G's favourite one. So, this is well and truly loved as well. Again, I think this is the Chancery leather. You can see this one's a little bit more battered. She has been well and truly loved, let me tell you that. But we've gone back to the classic gold-plated orb on there. And then the handles, I think, does this one have a strap? No, so this one doesn't have a strap. This one is just simply, I think it's like a dome bag again. And they all have the black and white stitching inside, which really reminds me of Lulu Guinness, which is another designer that I did like, but that was more that my cousin was into. I was Viv and she was Lulu. Lulu Guinness is well known, I think, for the lips clutch bag. Used to do a clutch bag in the shape of the lips, but yes, that was what she was well known for. And then, oh God, I don't mean to get through these speedy because I've just checked the timer and this video is going to be long, so I don't want to bore you all with it, okay? Let's get the croc ones out of the way. So, I mean, if I've got a heart-shaped bag and that, I've got to have the long clutch. Absolutely love this. And with this one, you get a long chain, so a long gold chain if you wanted with this. And this is part of her Anglomania collection. So you can see inside she's got the orbs. It's a little bit more retro edgy. I personally love her Anglomania collection because I just think it has a little bit more edge. It's a little bit more sassy. Love it. And that is perfect on a night out. I don't tend to normally... Oh, I've got cramp. And I've got an itchy leg. Ow! I don't tend to normally use that with the strap. I will just use it as a little clutch and hold it to my heart's content. And then, oh, this is probably the most summery bag I have of hers. This one. Absolutely love this. Kind of like the DKNY vibe one, but the coral colour is just, would you say coral or salmon pink? It has the two straps yet again, so you've got the leather on the top, but I like this because you can make it crossbody, you can have it as a shoulder bag, or sometimes I let the straps hang down like I do with the Michael Kors, and I just have it underneath, as I say, keep it a little bit more safer. And with this one again, it is just the classic black and white stitching inside, and we have the same purse. I mean, this colour is just perfect for summer, my lovelies. Absolutely perfect. And as I say, I do like to keep everything together. Just think of me, right, when you watch this, as I film this, it is 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. It's been at work all day and I've got to put this all away after. I'm going to be knackered. Oh, now I can't get it in. And I'm also filming another video after this, which will be Saturday's upload. So if you like food, that's all I'm going to say. Stick around for Saturday's video. All right, my lovelies? Let's have a look. Shannon Lee, get it in. Oh, my goodness. Is it going? Oh, would you look at that? I can't even clasp it round there. Ah, there we go. Got there in the end, my lovelies. And then the last one that is like from her croc style. So again, I'm sure it's called the Yasmin style. This is the smaller one from Nana G's big one. So this is the baby one. Again, we've got the gold detailing, but this one is cream. Very, very, right. I will show you with this because I was annoyed at myself with this one. So, here's the smaller Yasmin style, right? I had this one resting on this in the wardrobe for years. Never moved it. And when I did go to move it, there was a bit of dye transfer. I don't know how, I don't know why, it was on there. Luckily, it is on the inside. Mama G tried to fix it. We found all these old remedies and she actually ended up peeling off the leather, which, oh my God, when I come back, I had an absolute meltdown. But I'm going to show you because someone might actually know something that could help me get this off the other side. I'm only thankful that it's not on the outside of the bag and it's simply in these little bits that go by my body. But oh, don't know if you can see. Can you see the red little dots on there, my lovelies? And as I say, around here is where, I don't know what Mum put on it, but it just peeled it. And I was like, you know what? Not that it's going to become like an everyday bag, but if, say, I was going somewhere and I was a little bit dubious in case, not that I want them to get ruined, but it's well and truly worn now. So Mum was saying about like maybe just selling it, and I was like, no, because I do actually really like the style of this. I do love her, and she is probably one of my most neutral colours that I've got of Viv. So no, I don't want to get rid of her. But if anyone knows, I think, would you call this like lacquered lacquered leather. I'm not entirely sure. And if you get any dye transfer, because I say one side mum took it off, it's still on there, but it's just made it like a little bit coarse. And then the other side she done it, and it just peeled all the leather off. And as I say, I was quite heartbroken when I first saw it, but I thought, you know what, I would have been more devastated if that was Nan's bag. That's why I say nothing goes on top of Nan's bag, goes near Nan's bag. That one is on its own. I then started to venture, as I say, when I went to Newcastle and she had a shop, and this was when she really started to go more into her Anglomania style. So she'd come away from like the crocodile and the chancery effect and started to go for like pure leather. So I love this. This was a bag I bought up Newcastle, and I remember it was pricey. It was £180, all right? Nana M almost had a fit when I purchased this, but it's so me. Again, I got a very like 1920s vibe with this, and as I say, I've probably had this one about, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 years it must be. And oh, I just love it. Again, it's like the salmon pink coral, but instead of being the croc effect, it is like a Saffiana leather. Again, I say, don't quote me, I'm not an expert on knowing all the leathers. It's just what I've heard along the way, or what I think I've heard, I guess. And again, it's gold accessories, but I just loved it. I love this. This is the perfect little strap, and you can take off the strap, so you can just have it as a little clasp, and it's the clasp that just drew me to it. I have seen on her website she still does a similar style to this in a lot more different colors, and I'm just like, oh my god, I might need that in my life. I might actually need that in my life. So yes, that was like the first of the leather ones. And then I love the Yasmin Style, so when I saw this, you just knew I had to have it. It's coming up as red on the camera, but it's actually black and pink, like a really hot fuchsia pink. So again, as I say, I think this is like the Yasmin Style, but the leather, the colour, it is proper humbug style, my lovelies, like absolutely sweet central. And then you can tell, because inside with the Anglomania bags, before on her originals you would have the black and white piping and the stitching. Inside Anglomania it is, I don't know if it's going to show you see that black with stars and the little orbs on. And then with her purse, I still stuck with the same classic style purse, but again it is just in the matching leather. And as I say, this is probably one of my most funnest bags, I think, for like the colouring and the style. You do get a few looks with it because people are like, oh my goodness, oh, and how did I get this in? And oh, we're gonna have a right palaver again with this, aren't we, my lovelies? How did it? We're just gonna put it like that. We're just gonna put it like that. And then as I say, oh, can't do that, you can't see anything. This, I think, apart from Nan's bag, I think this is probably one of my favourites from her style. It is the Anglomania section, but I don't have anything like this. Now, it's not a bowler's bag, because I think a bowler's, oh no, it might be a bowler's bag. Barrel bag is round. This potentially could be a this could potentially be a bowler's bag. I'm not entirely sure, but it is of the Anglomania collaboration or design that she does. But I just loved the style. So this is all of her orbs. So obviously you've got the gold orb on the top, and then this is all of her orbs. And this is a little key ring that I purchased because I wanted like just a little bit of colour on this one. I thought we'll just have a little bit of colour and a little bit of pizzazz, you know. And then you have a double little zip. It is huge inside. This one, however, actually has Anglomania written in it. Can you see that, my lovelies? So that one is Vivian Westwood Anglomania written all over it. And then the purse for this one, it was a long one normal, but it was a zip version. So where all the other ones are a flat clasp, this was a zip one, which didn't bother me. This, as I say, I think with the one that Nan got me, this is probably one of my favourite ones that I've purchased. So as I say, Nana G's one will forever be #1 for a bag that's been gifted and just memories itself. But I like this. I'm just checking, I'm thinking, have I damaged this one? No, I haven't. Absolutely love this style, and this you can use all year round. I think, so Nana G's bag is #1, right? I think to sum up, what are going to be my top 5 bags? Number 5. Number 5 will be the red Michael Kors bucket bag. Number 4 will be the white Dkny croc bag. Number 3 will be the blue Michael Kors bag. And then number 2 I would actually say would be this, because I really do love this. And then number 1 for the bags that I've bought, I would have to say that. I do think that one, and as I say, Nana G's is just tops above the rest. So yes, absolutely love that. Ended on a banger. And oh my god, my lovelies, that is the handbag collection done. So I finally got around to it, didn't I? And as I say, don't think by watching this that all this girl has is designer. Trust me, I have all my Primark bags as well, right, my lovelies. I have my Doc Martens bags from the outlet, but these are, for me, what I would call my designer bags. And as I say, if anyone out there knows someone who loves handbags or knows someone who wants to try and get into them, I would definitely recommend Ted Baker, Michael Kors, Dkny. And if you want to go for a more higher end one, but you don't want to spend like thousands and thousands, I would say Vivian Westwood is a timeless classic, because Vivian Westwood has been around from like Mama G's era, and she's still going, she's still releasing it. Oh my god, she is the queen. Hands down to Vivian Westwood. All right, so as I say, please don't think by watching this I'm bragging. I'm absolutely not. Some of these were kindly gifts from family. Majority of them I have worked tooth on now. The majority of these I purchased, as I say, because I haven't actually purchased a bag for a good few years. The majority of these was when I was in the kitchen. So I was 18, 19, doing 14-hour days, sweating my butt off, doing practically 6 days a week back then because we were short-staffed. And at the end of the month, I wouldn't really go out anywhere, which is terrible, but I would want to buy myself a bag, because I think, you know what, I stink like a fryer most of the time. I look like a fryer. I was a mess, but on the odd chance that I did go out, I wanted to have a nice bag with us. And as I say, some have been very kindly gifted from family members for little occasions over the years. And the majority of them, if I've bought them, have been in a sale, my lovelies. All right. So as I say, I will try to leave down in the description box below either the main link to the websites, or if I can find similar styles or anything like that, I'll leave that down below. All right. So if you did enjoy the video, guys, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. And as I say, leave me a comment. Who is your favourite handbag designer? What's your favourite style? What's your favourite colour? And most importantly, what was your favourite out of these? What would you recommend? Do you prefer a clutch, a big bag, a mini bag, neutral colouring, leather, material, out there colour? Whatever it is, please do let me know, alright? So as I say, I need to skedaddle because I've got to put all these away and I've got a busy night again. But yes, take care, stay safe as always, my lovelies. And I shall see you tomorrow for a brand new video, which is going to be a good one. It's to do with food, alright? So I would probably say watch it once you've eaten, because you might feel very hungry after it. All right, take care, my lovelies. Bye.